Do you know that one simple leaf from your backyard can transform your hair growth journey? Today, I'm going to show you how to make a nourishing guava hair growth butter using shea butter as the base. And trust me, once you hear the benefit, you will never want to leave this. Let's talk about how shea butter plays a huge role in the natural hair community. Shea butter has been used for centuries across Africa as an ultimate skin and hair food. It is rich in vitamin A and E. It also contains essential fatty acid that deeply nourishes the scalp and strands. Shea butter acts as a natural sealant, meaning it locks in the moisture and prevents dryness. This solves the biggest problem of natural hair, which is breakage. For those with natural hair or textured hair, shea butter is a must have. You can't do without shea butter if you're dealing with natural hair. Alongside with the shea butter, I'll be making use of guava leaves. Guava leaves are packed with antioxidants, flavonoids, and vitamin A such as vitamin B and C. These nutrients work directly on the scalp and strands to fight free radicals, which causes hair thinning and premature shedding. This strengthens your hair follicle, reduces breakage, and encourages thicker and fuller hair. Guava leaves also contains antimicrobial property, which means they fight dandruff, scalp irritation, and even minor infections that can block hair growth. Another powerful benefit is in the ability to improve blood circulation on the scalp. The better blood that flows to your scalp, the more nutrients your hair root receives, and that equals to healthy, faster growing hair. After plucking the leaf from the stem, I went ahead to give it a good wash. Do not skip washing the leaves because there is always dirt on it, so you want to remove all the impurities. What you see me doing right now is cutting the leaves into small parts. I decided to do it like this because the leaves are quite strong, so I needed to bring it in a smaller part to enable it to blend. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain here. It makes the blending process a little bit easier. Guava leaf, when it is infused into shea butter, do not just sit on the top of your hair. It delivers the nutrients deep into your strands and scalp, which is the reason I decided to combine both. So combining shea butter and guava leaf creates the ultimate growth and moisture butter. It hydrates, protects, strengthens, and stimulates hair growth all in one jar. Hope you give it a try. To get started, pour in your blended guava leaf in a saucepan. I'll be using this pan I can cook directly on fire. It was a struggle crushing the guava leaf, though I had to add a bit of oil to facilitate the process. I would have added water, but it's a butter, so you can add water to it. If you have a mortar, you can use a mortar to pound it, but if you don't have and you have to blend it, you can add an oil. The reason I decided to cook directly on fire is to take out the excess water from the guava leaf. Of course, you know there's always little water in guava leaves, so you have to take that out so your butter would last longer. It is time to introduce your shea butter into your crushed guava leaf. So I'll be making use of everything. I don't have a specific measurement for this, but use enough shea butter because that is basically what is going to be coating your hair. If your hair is feeling dry, breaking easily, or refusing to grow, this DIY hair growth butter is a must try for you. After putting in the butter, we are going to put this on fire for it to gradually infuse. We do not want to kill the nutrients in the guava leaf or in the shea butter, so the whole idea is to use the lowest heat. I still had to reduce the flame to the lowest. So we are going to leave it to gradually melt and infuse. You don't put this on fire and then go away. You have to still come back to check it to avoid burning. Now you might be asking, why make or use a hair butter instead of an oil? Well, hair growth butter are thicker, creamier, and more long lasting than oil alone. They provide both moisture and sealant properties, coating them and keeping them protected for days. This is perfect for people with dry, brittle, high porosity hair that struggle to hold moisture. You can't do natural hair without butter. You cannot have a wash day without butter. Butter is usually the thing that ends it. Hair butters are also amazing for styling. They smooth out flyaways, define coils, and keep the braid twisted. They keep your protective style neat and hydrated. Think of hair butters as food and also an armor for your hair. It nourishes while also lock in everything your hair needs to thrive. After 15 minutes of sitting on low heat, this is what our butter looks like now, fully infused and combined with the guava leaf. Now all we need to do is to let this sit to cool off. After about 5 minutes, it is time to strain out the butter. So I'll be using my cheesecloth as usual to do this job. You can use a strainer, you can use a wig cap, you can use a sieve, as long as you get the job done. You can leave this to sit too long, especially in a cold weather, so it will not solidify. The whole idea of leaving it a bit is for it to cool off, to be able to extract the oil before it solidifies. Peep this now, don't this look rich enough? If you're going to try it, please comment. I will try it in the comment section. If you have any questions pertaining to this, do not hesitate to drop it in the comment section. You notice I didn't squeeze this. I just held it up until the oil drained out. The reason I didn't squeeze it is that I didn't want any water getting into the butter, because there's a probability that there might still be some water left in the leaf, given the fact that we're using a fresh leaf for this. The next thing we need to do right now is to store this in our refrigerator, and we'll be right back. So this is it. Our butter had solidified. So you can decide to just keep it this way and use it. But I decided to take it up notch and whisk it to make it more fluffy. If you don't have a refrigerator, you can put this in a cold water and just let it sit there. It will solidify by itself. Or even without the cold water, it's still going to solidify by itself, but just that it will take a longer time. If you don't have a mixer, you can leave your butter like that. This is absolutely optional. You don't have to do this part. I just wanted my butter to be fluffy and melt easily. Don't you see? This looks really, really great. I'm liking the outcome already. This butter can stay for as long as 3 months. It's not going to spoil. Even without preservative, nothing is going to happen to it as long as there's no water inside. This butter is already giving creamy ice cream. I really love the way it looks. This will instantly melt into your hair. You can also use this on your skin. You can use this on your baby's hair. It's all natural. It has no side effect. At least you know exactly what you're putting on your baby's hair. So we're going to store this butter into this container that has a lid. And you can use this butter up to 3 months without spoiling. And speaking based on experience, I still have the one I made months back that I'm still using up to date, and it hasn't spoiled. It's still very good. One thing I need to say is that shea butter is heavy, and a little goes a long way if you don't want product overload on your hair. Shea butter is not meant for the scalp, it's for the strands of your hair. And also, shea butter alone does not moisturize your hair. After washing your hair, you apply a leave-in conditioner and then use a butter to seal it in. Shea butter works as a sealant and not merely a moisturizer. I want to use this opportunity to thank all my 7K subscribers. We are on our way to 8K, and I'm really, really excited about this. Thank you very much. I couldn't have done this without you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I hope I'll see you in my next upload. Do have a lovely day and see you. Bye bye.